Welcome to the College Basketball Recruiting Show, where we talk about how to get recruited for college basketball and motivation to get there. If I could tell you one thing, I would tell you to fail, or at least not be afraid to. Failure is most of our greatest fear, holding us to the starting line of our dreams, and when the gun goes off to signify the start of this race, we freeze. Afraid that it signifies our death because we only have one shot at this. So this fear manifests in almost all of our decisions. We're afraid to take the risk. Standing on this cliff, we are afraid to jump, afraid that the sky is our limit, and if we jump, we'll just fall, not realizing we'll just fall in love with what we do, because failure is beautiful. It's just another achievement on the path to success. Most of us won't get it right the first time, so a lot of us will never try. We never really decide to chase our ideas, but then we never really quit. We sit somewhere in this gray area just waiting for opportunity to come knocking, because we're told that good things come to those who wait. So we're waiting for the weight on our shoulders to lift, forgetting every day of this life is a gift, and the only restrictions we have are the ones that we put on ourselves. Because good things don't come to those who wait. Good things come to those who act. And courage is not the lack of fear, it's strength in the face of it. What would any of us be without our failures? Without being able to learn from our mistakes and the mistakes of others in school? We are taught a lesson and then given a test. But in life, we're given a test that teaches us a lesson. I promise the fear will lessen and the success will be more impressive if you had to fail to achieve it. So I give us permission. No, I encourage all of us to fail. And when we do, we help each other up. We stand together and rise, learning from each other's mistakes, embracing each other's flaws, realize success is abundant and we can share it with all. There's no shame in the fall, only pride in the jump. So let your failures be known. Let your success shine bright. Don't be afraid to start. Don't be afraid of your light. So that's a poem that I wrote about failure. And especially when it comes to college basketball recruiting, there's a lot of times that failure is something that we have to face. And two really big takeaways from that poem specifically. First is that good things don't come to those who wait. A lot of people, when they're thinking about this process, they think if I just show out, then a coach is going to show up. But a lot of times that's not the case. You can't just wait for things to happen, especially in the digital age today. You have to go out and make it happen. It means you got to get yourself in front of coaches. They're not going to come to you unless you're one of the top athletes. So you can't just wait around for things to happen. You have to make them happen. Secondly, out of the parents and the players that I talk to, there's a fear of doing the wrong thing. There's a fear of failure. And it doesn't matter how many times you fail if you eventually succeed. It doesn't matter if you have one scholarship offer or 50. You're only going to play basketball for one school. So you can't allow the fear of failure to prevent you from chasing your dream at all. I would rather see you fail than not try. But so many people get paralyzed by this process because they're afraid that they're not going to get recruited if they do the wrong thing. They're afraid that they're not going to be able to achieve their dream, and so they never even chase it. So it's extremely, extremely important to accept that failure. And that comes with not just the recruiting process and talking to college coaches, but also in training and in getting better, especially for players that are younger. It's not, if you're training and you're focused on only doing things right, you're not going to get better. If you don't push past your limits, then your limits will never change. If you don't push past your limits will never change. What that means is you're not going to be able to do 20 push-ups until you can. If you can only do 10 right now, you're not going to be able to do more by not doing any. Same thing's true for training. You might not be able to make 10 three-pointers in a row. You might not be able to do a certain ball handling drill, but you're never going to be able to until you are. Meaning you have to keep trying and failing and failing and failing until you get there. People who achieve great things don't avoid failure. People who achieve greatness are the people that have failed probably more times than anybody because they're not afraid of it. and they pursue through the failures, and every failure adds to your growth. So that's true for not only training, but for reaching out to college coaches. If you're not being proactive right now with your recruiting, then you need to start. Coaches will not come to you. There's 500,000 high school players in the country, and only 6% will play in college. So you need to make sure that you're putting yourself in the best position possible to get exposure and to succeed at the college level. And that comes with accepting, first of all, where you are, and accepting the fact that the first time you reach out to a coach, they might say no. But if the first coach you reach out to says yes and signs you, then you're probably targeting too low of a level, because you want to push those limits, you want to push the boundaries, and you're going to get a lot more no's than yeses, but all it takes is one. All it takes is one yes from a college basketball coach. So get started on the process now. Start today. Don't be afraid to fail. You can do it. Chase your dreams. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to be posting one of these videos every single week to talk about college basketball recruiting, to talk about different things that you can do to get in front of college coaches, but also just to give motivation, tips. And please comment below if you have any questions about recruiting. We will include them in the next episode. Thank you. Have a great day. Peace. Thank you for watching this video. I'm Sam Terrell, CEO of Hoop Brothers. Hoop Brothers is a college scouting service that helps high school basketball players get recruited for college basketball. If you'd like more information or want to schedule a call to do a free assessment of your game and where you are right now, visit www.hoopbrothers.com. Thank you guys so much for watching.